Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Lozy PC, and welcome back, more particularly, to our Rule the Waves 3 game as France, where we are continuing our war against the Germans, although extremely successfully. They have not even got 1,000 victory points yet, and we're at 8,196. So it is currently us and the Brits fighting this war together. And yeah, the Germans don't seem to be having the best of times, which is good for us. We hopefully will be able to get some more money out of this, but we will wait and see. We have a load of ships under construction, including our first battle. I was about to say battleships. Our first destroyers. It's a bit of a difference. We also have the second Iena class on her way. And that is following the Iena class that made such a good debut. This is our proto-dreadnought, if I open the design. The Iena class, who has done pretty well so far for herself. She's only had one major battle, but yeah, she's done pretty good so far. She does have a brilliant commander as well, but that's obviously because she is our premier ship. Took no damage according to that, but all good. I thought we made a picture for her. Hold on. Name a picture. Select. I thought we did the picture last time. Clearly we did not. Oh no, I think that might have been on the Japan stream. Ignore me. I'm going insane. So let us think. There's not much I want to do at the moment. I don't think there is. I could be horribly wrong though. But I think everything is okay. According to this, Germany only has 2 battleships in Northern Europe, which is not going to be good for them. And in regards to their fleets elsewhere, I think this is all they've got. Let's have a look at the almanac. According to this, they've got 3 battleships in service, 6 on the way, however. So they are attempting to kind of get level with us. But I do wonder where their navy is. Interesting indeed. Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to skip forward a turn. And we have a cruiser battle here. Again, possibly saying that there's 3 enemy battleships here. Maybe one was in port. That's why it wasn't at the North Sea. So we have the heavy cruiser Bru here. And it is just a French fleet at the moment, which is a change. Normally, it is a mixed fleet, Germans and Brits and French. But at the moment, we just have some French ships. Now, we've spotted enemy ships relatively close. It is also twilight, so it is going to be getting dark soon. There's a couple of enemy heavy cruisers here, as well as a couple of enemy light cruisers. So let's see what we can do here. As I say, this war, I honestly can't see it lasting too much longer, given the success that we've had so far. All we really need, I think, is maybe one more punch from the army. Let's pick up our speed a little bit. One more punch from the army, or even just a kind of good naval battle again. And I think the Germans would be on their last legs. Now, these guys have kind of escaped a little bit, although we do know roughly where they are. So we're going to steam at full speed ahead and hope they haven't really turned. No, there they are. So keep up the speed. Follow them down as well, just to be on the safe side. There we go. So the Cosmo was taking some damage, or being shot at, so we can kind of follow up with that. And fire at this light cruiser. Again, if we just take out a light cruiser, it's not ideal, but I'm not going to complain too much. We're going to slow down a little bit. We'll slow down to 17 knots. Just to... we'll make the game slow, not slower. Just to make sure that we don't, tire out our stokers. And it also allows us to kind of keep an eye on this light cruiser as well. So yes, let's see how we go. Of course, we want to be careful of her using torpedoes, because she will have torpedoes to use. So yeah, we'll need to see how we get on. She's trying to turn away from us, so let's get on top of that. Like so. Okay, stokers, Faster. Faster, my boys. Faster. And again, I think she has maybe turned away from us. Well then. Maybe we have lost her in the North Sea. Although, I like how, because it is no... Oh, it's July. Because it's summer. The very top of the North Sea, so northern Norway, it's still, still in sunshine. So that's pretty fun. And actually, we might see them soon, because we can see the sun is quickly coming around. It is according to this 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. But we can see here that, you know, night is quickly ending because of how far north we are. And we're at the height of summer. Okay, need to clean grates. Let's slow down a little bit. Can we see them? I don't think we can at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. So what we'll do is we'll head towards our port, and we'll go from there, I guess. So let's speed it up. We might spot something on the way, but I do doubt it. We'll go down to cruise speed, just so we can give people a bit of a rest. And yeah, we'll see how things go. Yeah, it does seem like this is going to kind of end this battle. There we go. We got a little bit of damage on one of their light cruisers, so we get some points there. Not a lot, though, but hey, no, some points is better than no points. New docks completed. Good. Something that we've wanted to keep going. Japan and Britain have signed an alliance. Very historical. Some of our scientists have theorized about range tables, but it might be beyond the state of our science at present. Now, this is the kind of problem. The amount of shipping being sunk. Not really good at the moment. Well, what do we have in the Mediterranean? We have our own cruiser here. Anything else? We have a corvette on trade protection. I'm going to move... We have the Forban is in Southeast Asia. Okay. Tell you what, let us move the entire first division. First cruiser division. So division. How do I do this again? There's a way you can move the entire division. I don't think it's this. Let's see. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, we're going to move that to the Mediterranean. So the entire first cruiser division, light cruiser division, is going to move to the Mediterranean because that'll be useful. We're also. I probably should put some of our other cruisers into what you call it. I'm also. Let me also send a couple of battleships and a couple of our older battleships. So move ships. Let's move the Henry IV and the Brennus. Let's move them to the Mediterranean as well. Let's see how things go from there. That'll give us a fair few more ships there. Because really, we don't actually have a lot there at the moment. Interceptor Raider, amazing. We sunk it. I'm just going to auto-resolve those because that'll be a long time. There's been an altercation in the mess. CF Palais, below average disciplinarian, has complained that the ship's band of the CA Lalande can only play opera, not marches, whereas CF Aubrey, average and music lover, called him an uncultured martinet. Now CF Palais has threatened to transfer to the army. And CF Aubrey wants to accept a post with the state opera. No doubt Captain de Frigate Paez will be useful in the army. He's below average anyway. I don't want him. Okay, Germans have lost a corvette. And here we managed to thwart a lot more of that merchant raiding, so that's good. That's very good. The war is still ticking on. We have got the Germans blockaded as well. We've been blockading them for some time now. So I'm surprised that it is still going on. We're almost at 10,000 victory points. Convoy attack. Okay, let's accept. This time it might be a little bit bigger. According to this, it might even be more German battleships, which would be interesting. So, are we... Yes, we are attacking their convoy. Okay. Unknown ship sighted. Okay, whereabouts? There. Okay. So we're doing the convoy raiding now. Now again, it's before most of the, we don't have destroyers yet. I mean, maybe Britain has destroyers, but I imagine this is going to be before, most destroyers. We need to sink 6 transport ships, wherever they might be. This is heavy cruisers and light cruisers, similar to what we're using here. Spotted unknown ship. There's the transports. That should be our focus, is attacking those transports. Not too worried about the heavy cruisers. We can kind of fight them as we head down towards them. There is a couple of battleships, though, pre-dreadnought battleships. A Wittelsbach and a Brandenburg, so we do need to be careful there. But again, our job here is to sink transports. If we can get in and sink, a good selection of these transports, then we can kind of get out of here without necessarily having to engage the enemy too much. Again, I want to be careful of running into enemy torpedoes. It's something that, it's not ideal for us. It's not going to be as bad as, in like 20 years' time, where everything's going to have torpedoes and there's going to be just torpedoes flying all over the place, but still, get on it now and make sure that, we can kind of deal with that. Now, that's a transport ship that I think will definitely be sunk. We're going to sail right by the enemy fleet. Ooh, that's bold. That's very bold. Come on. Where's our light cruisers? They're kind of abandoning us, which is a little bit worrying. I think we're doing okay here. We're hitting that Hertha class quite heavily, according to our reports. Our heavy cruisers are taking a little bit of damage, but they don't seem to be taking too much. Not enough for me to get nervous yet, is what I will say. Again, our aim here is to try and get into these transport ships and try and get them sunk. This Hertha class is on fire, so that is good. Let us sink some more of these transports. We actually have to sink 6 transports. Now again, this is 12,000 points we get from that, so it's going to be really significant if we get this. They've also got another light cruiser on fire, so even if we shouldn't sink the transports, which ideally we will because we'll get loads of points from it, the Germans are losing their navy here. That Gifhorn class is sinking, so we've sunk a light cruiser. So the Germans are losing a navy here, as well as their transport ships. So I am not going to complain too much. It's going to be a very successful day for the French Navy. Okay, imagine if we can take a heavy cruiser down with this as well. Oh! I think, I would say you'd think that'd be the end of the war, but, the Germans haven't yet, left the war, despite the fact these 2 heavy cruisers are taking a battering. The Brandenburg and the Wittelsbach do seem to try and are trying to come towards us. But they are still keeping their distance a little bit. If we have a look at the range of our guns, they're just on the range of our guns, so we're probably well within their guns. 1, 2, I'm counting 4 transports sunk at the moment, or sinking. So we need at least 2 more for us to succeed in this battle. There's 5. Good. Again, that Hertha class is suffering. I think I'm going to try and sink these 2 transports. I'm going to try and kill off that Hertha class. Because, again, our cruisers have taken some damage, but not loads. Yeah, that's one of those merchants going to be sinking. Generally, if you see a merchant stop dead in the water, it's normally because it's about to sink. Normally. Not always, but normally. And if I was the admiral for the Germans, yes, you've got those 2 pre-dreadnought battleships. I would be getting that Hertha class out of here as quickly as possible. No, the Germans have a limited fleet as it is. I would not be risking them at all. You know, wait for something like an ambush or something like that, where maybe they could get even more. Now that Hertha class, according to our reports, is now sinking. So even better. Even better. Although now it is saying that it's not sinking. So we'll keep some more gunfire on it. We have succeeded in our mission anyway. So, you know, don't have to complain too much about that. Just got to be careful of those two battleships coming in. Going to slow us down just a little bit. The Pothole seems to be kind of struggling. But the Brew has taken a bit more damage, but she seems okay at the moment. I think the reason her point was so high is because she'd taken, had a jammed turret. Now we're going to do a turn. We're going to try and get a couple more hits on the Bertha class, but we're going to kind of pull back now. We did our mission we needed to do, so let us get out of here. We are actually, oh my god, we actually set the Vittles back on fire. Good job. Good job. Oh my god, imagine if that suddenly explodes or something. And we take an enemy battleship with us. One of the few that the Germans actually have. Oh, that would be hilarious for us. Shocking for the German Navy. They are going to kind of follow us with the two free dreadnought battleships. I don't know how much that is useful for them. I mean, it's got two 10-inch guns at the front. It's not much bigger than what we've got, if I remember rightly. Yeah, we got 8-inch guns on ours. And there is torpedoes in the water. Oh, the Suchet just fired a torpedo, and the Wittelsbach turned at that last moment. In fact, I think the Suchet have just, you know, scared them off really, because night is closing in. You know, twilight is ever so slightly creeping towards us, so they're going to be out of sight soon. So we're going to speed this up. That's a successful battle for us in a long, no, by a huge margin, huge margin. You know, the Germans are really going to be suffering from that. So yeah, we're going to head down towards the English Channel. Good job, guys. Very well done. Very, very well done. Oh, wow. Holy shit, we actually did sink one of their battleships. Oh my fucking god. So that Wittelsbach did sink. As well as the heavy cruiser. So we didn't sink a light cruiser, although we thought we did. But yeah, if we go into this, okay, status, they lost the battleship Worth and the battleship the Hertha. Oh my god. Now, out of curiosity, hit percentage, although hit percentage isn't necessarily the best, Suchet did a lot. Hit scores is what I want. We didn't actually hit them that much with our big guns, according to this. Yeah, we did not actually do that well. Doesn't seem quite right. Who took the most hits from us? The Brew did with 6 hits. Okay. So we didn't hit that much, but what we did hit with was very, very deadly. Damn. Okay. Intriguing. So, major victory, extra prestige, 2,000 victory points. The Battle of Jutland. Well, of course, we'll call this the Battle of Jutland. The Algerie is commissioned to the Navy, but she is struggling to reach her design speed. That's a bit worrying. The enemy has sent out a negotiated peace with us gaining border disputes. I think we should just crush them completely. A peace is concluded with our side gaining large territories and considerable war reps. So we can take a little bit here. Let's take southwest, southern Africa, and let's take Western Africa. So Cameroon and Southwest Africa. And Britain took the Bismarck Archipelago. Our budget is massively reduced, which is a shame. But the German Empire is slowly collapsing. They only have the Marshall Islands now in the Pacific, and what is that? Yeah, Kenya. Or no, Kenya's slightly further up. Um, it's Tangian Tanganyika, which I can't remember what that is nowadays without looking it up. So yeah, the German Empire has been massively crippled, and Germany herself, in regards to her economy, I can't see that being very good. So let's just have a quick look. You can see our prestige going up. Second Franco-German War. Fleet tonnage, Britain has been massively increasing. Russia's increased hers by quite a bit. We need to increase ours soon as well. And then economy-wise, again, Britain's quite high, but we're just underneath them. Now, summary of ships lost. Germany has lost 2 battleships, 1 heavy cruiser, 1 light cruiser, and corvette, and 10 ships. We lost 38 auxiliary ships, but that's mostly cargo ships. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. So we'll leave it here at the cups on the end of our victory against the German Empire once again. The Third French Empire is being proclaimed as we speak. I wonder if that's an event in the game. That would be hilarious if it is. We do have a lot of money being spent, but I'm not too worried because we have the Lyon coming next. Or next month, the Austerlitz coming in a few months as well, and the Indochina coming soon as well. So in regards to our funds, I'm not too worried. We can also put a load of our ships into reserve. And the thing is if we put all those ships into reserve, we'll have plenty of money as well. So we can expand our navy even more. So yeah, it's going to be good. How far are we behind Britain in terms of naval budget? 60,000. Interesting. The Russian fleet is quite big. They've got a lot of battleships, that's why. But yeah. So, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us yet again. We will leave it here. Please remember to like and subscribe, because it obviously helps the channel massively. Also, check out Community Tab. I occasionally drop polls and questions and, ask for your ideas and support in there. Kind of what do you want to see and things like that. So I will be putting one up soon because the what is the word I'm looking for? The workers and resources videos are going to be put on hold just for the time being, because the new update is on its way out, but the kind of issue with the update is it's kind of breaking the save a little bit. So we're going to wait until we can get that fixed before we really massively carry on. And therefore, before we kind of carry on with it coming onto the channel for a little bit. There's a few videos that we have that will be coming out slowly, but we'll be looking for a new... we'll be doing a new series pretty soon. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So then, until next time, thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you very soon. Bye.